federal alert about buying prescriptions online. The U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration releases a list of websites selling counterfeit drugs that could be deadly. Here to explain is Dr. Scott Hadlin, Chief of Adolescent Medicine at Mass General for Children. Good to see you, Doctor.
Good to see you, too.
All right, Dr. Hadlin, the DEA's list of these so-called fake pharmacies is pretty long. Let's put it up on the screen here. We'll leave it up for a few moments. Do investigators know who's running these websites?
Right. It's really worrisome. These are drug traffickers, for the most part, that are running these websites, and likely individuals who are located overseas. And what they're selling are pills that are counterfeits, that are made to look like pills that are commonly prescribed and dispensed in the United States from pharmacies. You know, medications like oxycodone or Xanax, medications that are used to treat pain or anxiety and have sedating effects. But these counterfeit pills actually contain fentanyl in them. And because fentanyl is such a potent medication, it puts people at risk for overdose. We're also hearing some reports of counterfeit Adderall tablets. Adderall is a stimulant used to treat ADHD. And these counterfeits actually contain methamphetamine, a really highly potent and, again, very dangerous stimulant in them. And this is really worth taking note of. I care for young people, some of whom purchase pills like this through the illicit market. But in this case, they're actually freely available online for purchase from websites that look very legitimate.
And that's the thing that's also really concerning. The DEA says a lot of these websites look legitimate, they look professional. So what are the signs that they're not?
Right, there are a few telltale signs. So first of all, these websites, don't require valid prescriptions. That should be very concerning because these are often controlled substances that definitely require a prescription. Often the prices are much cheaper than what you would expect for a normally sort of dispensed medication from the pharmacy. And then they may ask for foreign currency, which again should be a red flag. There's other softer red flags. If a package arrives and it's damaged or the packaging looks suspicious or, the medication is missing an expiration date. These are also sort of, soft signs too that what you might have gotten is not legitimate.
All right, so if someone ends up with some medication they're worried about, might be suspicious, that they bought online, what do they do?
Well, it's always important to report this to the DEA, and the DEA has a website that folks can report to. And it's important because the DEA will actually help people dispose of those medications and then help prevent this from happening to other people who might similarly be tricked into buying from one of these illegitimate pharmacies. I think also, if you have a medical concern that is prompting you to want to buy these medications, talk to your doctor. We're here to help with some of the conditions like pain or anxiety that may be prompting people to go out and seek these medications. And I guess the last thing I would say is that in general, online pharmacies are safe. There are many good, high quality online pharmacies here in the United States, but you want to look for one that has state licensure. And the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, or the FDA, maintains an active list of which pharmacies in each state actually have one of these active licenses. And those will be the pharmacies that are safe to buy from online.
And actually asks you for your prescription. All right, Dr. Scott Hadlin with Mass General for Children. Have a great weekend. Thanks for your time.
You too. Thank you.